Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the Livonia Arts Commission, we would like to welcome all our artists, guests, and dignitaries to the 23rd Annual Fine Arts Exhibition reception. I'm Grace Karczewski, an Arts Commissioner, Director of the Fine Arts Exhibition, and your host this evening. To begin our evening, I would like to introduce the members of the Livonia Arts Commission. Please stand and hold applause until after I introduce all of you. Our chairperson is Brian Duggan, Donna Eno, Virginia Bozak, Joe Gilligan, Richard Kent, Patrice Mang, Helen Moore, Carrie Sperling, Daniel Sperling, Jerry Valentine, Pam Valentine, James Sircu, Lindsay Spence, and our liaison is Christine Swish. Without all of their help, this reception would not be possible. Thank you so very much. We also have city officials here this evening. Susan Nash, City Clerk, Rob Devoniak, City Council, Kathleen McIntyre, President of City Council. At this time, I would like to introduce the Honorable Mayor of the City of Livonia, Maureen Brosnan. Please come up, Maureen.
Well, good evening, everybody, and what a delightful night. You know, I've never been in the atrium when it's been used like this, and isn't it wonderful? I feel like we're in such a wonderful, warm, intimate environment. So, you know, when it comes to culture and art, Livonia shines in this region. And I know this because one of the first things that I did when I became mayor was I went to Harvard University for Mayor's College. And there were all sorts of cities there from all over the country, and many of them talked about some of the exemplary things that they did. But, you know, one of the things that I got a chance to talk about that was unique from so many other communities was the strength of our arts community here in the city of Livonia. You know, it is a real economic driver for us. It's not just about making sure that we're participating in music and participating in artistic events and the theater and all of that. It's about using art as a way of attracting people to our community. And that's a large part of the work that the Arts Commission does. So I want to thank in particular all of those volunteers on the Arts Commission that were just recognized a moment ago, because your work is especially important as we work to attract young families to our community, as we work to retain those families in our community that have come to Livonia to make it their home. It is amazingly important, the tireless work and the dedication that you bring to all of the projects that you support and sponsor throughout the year. Tonight, though, is especially important because we get a chance to look at over 51 submissions by artists from around the area. And it's not just their submissions, it's not just the art or the sculpture or the paintings. It's their hearts, it's their thoughts, it's a little piece of them that they've chosen to share with us that we get a chance to look at and appreciate tonight. You know, I had an honor that I didn't know was one of the perks that came with being the mayor of the city of Livonia. I didn't know that I got to actually pick somebody for a mayor's award. You know, with COVID last year, there were a lot of things I didn't get to do as mayor. There were a lot of things you all didn't get to do. So this for me is a first. And I got a chance to come over one fall afternoon, get away from City Hall for a minute. I don't normally take a lunch break, but I did. Walked over, it was a beautiful day, and I spent an hour upstairs in the gallery, just immersed in the beauty that was around me. I was amazed at the time that had gone into all of the creations that were there. And I found myself really feeling honored that I got a chance to live in a community with people that appreciate arts and culture as much as all of you and as much as those artists. So I want to thank you again for contributing your time and your talents to all of those artists that participated, and to all of you who continue to serve on our Arts Commission for bringing art and music and design and fun to our community. You're a very, very important and special part of our lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. It is an honor to have you attend our reception this evening. Finally, our awards. We had so many fine works of art from many artists across Michigan. Our juror this year is Amy Foster. As a graduate from College for Creative Studies, Amy received a well-rounded education in the field of illustration, graphic design, and the fine arts. Amy has been an art instructor since 1999. Teaching a number of institutions, including College for Creative Studies, and she opened her own art studio in Richmond, Michigan. In 2005, while she dabbles in painting and sculpting, Amy's true passion is drawing. Her favorite subject matter is the figure, male or female, youthful or mature, portrait or full figure. Amy considers teaching to be a true privilege, which enables her to share her love and knowledge of art. And at this time, I would like Amy to come up and present the awards. But before the awards are presented, Amy will say a few words on her thoughts on our fine arts exhibition. Amy?
Thank you, Grace. Thank you for having me here tonight. Thank you for the warm welcome. Good evening. It's a pleasure to be here. I wanted to thank the Arts Commission for inviting me to be a juror for this show. I was invited last year, and of course we weren't able to do that. So I feel like I've been doing this for 2 years now. So no one is happier to finally see this evening actually come about than myself. So I am just so excited to be able to see the works and share the works with you guys tonight and celebrate the artists that created these works tonight. First of all, I do want to also thank the artists, as the mayor so kindly put that, as they put their hearts into that. Can you imagine submitting your work with the possibility that it could be rejected? So it is always, I commend so many people for being able to do that, to have the courage to do that. And so anytime I'm asked to actually be that person who may make that selection of it either being accepted or declined, I take that with full heart. It's something I understand is really hard to do. So when I am looking at a show, as an instructor, as a teacher for all those years, it's been great. There's principles we rely on. I can defend the work that actually is in the show this evening, of course, but out of the 220 plus, I believe it was, and I was asked to wean down to about 80, there are so many works that were still worthy and had all of the things that we consider to be a great piece of art, and yet you still have to narrow that down. So after I was down to probably about 120 and knowing I still had to decrease that almost by half, at some point I had to pick a theme. And I had to figure out what did I see with all of these pieces that had been submitted. And when I looked through the show and I looked through the images, I continued to see a common theme of color, or possibly an emotion, or strength, or rebirth. And I said, how fitting would that be, coming off of a year of being left at home and not having this last year, that this show needs to leave you with this feeling of warmth, or a feeling of rebirth, or strength, or calm and serenity. So my hope is that when you see the show after the awards are announced, that you will leave this evening with that same feeling of what I was hoping to get across to all of you. So it's not that it's just one piece of artwork that's beautiful, but these works had to work together. What does this show mean to you when you leave this? How do they look together? So that is my hope, that is my joy for the evening. And so we are going to get to the awards right away. There's no point in waiting. That's what we all want to hear, right? So Grace. And we are going to begin with our honorable mentions. A couple words maybe as we talk a little bit about each one as they come up. There are 4 honorable mentions that is not in a specific order, so don't feel bad if you're the first one called or the 4th one called. All of these are pieces that, or works or art as a whole that need to be honored. And so this first one I want to show is going to be something that I thought had an incredible sense of creativity as well as whimsy. And any of the 3 pieces would have been wonderful to award. I just had to choose one. The first honorable mention goes to John Mrozik for the titled work of Midnight Rocket Tea. Is John with us? Congratulations, wonderful work. The next piece I'd like to talk a little bit about is something that will not be missed when you enter that gallery. It has a size that is enormous. It is probably the heaviest piece in the show. You cannot miss it. I say it's a shame that it's in the corner, but it had to for the size and scale. I wish you could walk around this piece. I love it for the sake that it is huge, it is immense, it is something that could be something that is very daunting, scary, or intimidating, and yet I found it to be one of the most peaceful and serene pieces probably in this show. This award goes to Dorie Wardie for her work, Sweet William, a bronze horse. Wonderful work. Oh, I'm going back the other way. Here we go. Yep, I'm on my 3rd. This next piece, I forgot to say, the diversity of this show. The pleasure of jurying a show of this stature is that the works come in, it is all different mediums, all different subject matters, and so I know most of you that know, if you know my work, you know of me for teaching usually figure, portrait work, and so some people will sometimes wonder if I have any appreciation for abstraction, and abstraction is beautiful. It's still good design, it is shape, it is form, it is color. And this next piece I thought was the strongest abstract piece in the show. It has beautiful composition filled with harmonious colors, as well as complementary colors. It has shape, and it has some of the most beautiful calligraphic line you could see at the show. The next piece goes to, or the award goes to Bern Merlo for her work titled Deep in Thought. Wonderful to meet you. Thank you. And this next piece goes to a beautiful plein air painting. Those of you that have ever done plein air, you know how hard it is. It's right up there with drawing the figures, I always say. Capturing the light in a short period of time, able to capture the essence of what it is you are looking at. And I saw this piece and I felt as if I had just walked across an open field and I stumbled upon this beautiful homestead, farmstead with beautiful light upon it. It is the Pyramid Point Farm by Sandra Difazio. Next, there is an award of merit, and it is trying to bring attention to somebody who would be working with something of more of a technical standpoint. or a technical medium. And so this award goes to someone experimenting with photography and computer design, layout, and had a number of selections. And again, I mentioned earlier, 220 down to 80. They had several selections. I narrowed them down to 2, and I felt bad about that, but I knew I was going to give an award. So again, I don't always feel quite so bad removing some of the pieces if you know you're going to get an award at the end of that. So this award of merit goes to Tim Haber for his work entitled The Lily Pad Collage.
Congratulations. Just sneak in.
The next award is something that I've never had the pleasure of giving before. Normally, I'm used to doing things like Best in Show, First, Second, Third, Honorable Mentions. Grace told me there was a Jurors Award. Oh, I'm sorry. I have to go back to one, don't I? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, out of order. Oh, I got excited there for a minute. Sorry about that. Arts Commission Award. So your group got together, they started to make some choices, and I can't say as much about that one. It's what you guys chose. It is a beautiful piece of artwork, though, again. I backed it up. It is Charles Schroeder for the work Jerry's Marina. And the Mayor's Choice Award. As she mentioned, she came over, she had a chance to take a look, and as she was explaining the day that it was that she came over, explains the piece that she chose. It is a beautiful painting that shows autumn in all its glory. It is Autumn Decay by Erik Olson. Pleasure to meet you. Yes, we find that. Okay. Deja vu. I started this a second ago. I've never been asked to give a Jurors Award. It seems a little redundant. Haven't I already been giving you what I thought was already a Jurors Award? But if you remember, I mentioned that as an instructor, we base our choices on principles. We are neutral. We are making decisions based on not our hearts, but our heads. When asked to give a Jurors Award, I'm like, you mean I get to pick the one I want on my wall? I get to pick the one that actually I would love to actually look at and inspire my own work. And again, I mentioned earlier, I am known for teaching portraiture. That is my greatest love. I am known for using a limited palette, also my greatest love. I love chiaroscuro, and I love the art of mystery, and I love a little splash of red. So the juror's choice this year goes to Sara Hadley for Eyes of Raven. I just got a little excited. I'm flipping pages too fast here. I have to go back. Into our top three. These are the works that when I walk into a gallery, as Grace happened to be here when I was visually making my choices, my first round was online, so you don't get a chance to see the pieces up close and personal. You have no idea of size and scale, how grandiose something could be. And so when I walk into the actual show, the actual exhibition, I love to just walk it. What grabs my eye? What do I actually notice first? I came in with some anticipation of certain pieces I thought would be the award winners, and there were several that are already my choices, but there was one that caught me so strong, and it was this piece. And it was actually, there were two of their works that, as I went through my awards, I had planned to award this person another piece. I told you I'm neutral. I don't look at names until all of my decisions have been made. And after I had my choices, I went back around to see the names, and I had this person down twice. So that shows you how good their work is. It's not just by chance of one. Both pieces were exceptional, but this piece I thought was stronger than the other. Either could have gotten an award. It's a highly technical, or technical skills working with watercolor, if any of you have ever tried that before, to keep it fresh, to make it look exciting. Our hope is that we can actually create that with a little bit of a splash of creativity and make it look effortless. This piece looks effortless, but if you look close, you know how hard it actually was to create this piece. It is small, but it is beautiful, and it will catch your eye when you come around the corner. This piece goes, or this award will go to Teri Pattison, A Million Wishes. Not doing so bad, only one absent so far, that's all right. Okay, second place. This grand painting. It's an amazing example of highly skilled draftsmanship, atmospheric perspective, and what I thought it does more so than any other piece in the show is it tells this really wonderful story. My hope is that when you walk up to it, you may feel reminiscent of looking at some of our great illustrators of the past and read the story that's told in this picture. The story that's being told is Showdown on Mainstreet by Durwood Coffey. Congratulations. It's a wonderful piece. Oh, thank you. And so we come to Best in Show. This painting is a magnificent piece that captures all of the aforementioned attributes of all of the other works that I talked about tonight. Wonderful draftsmanship, fantastic composition, harmonious color. It's a perfect example of a mix of abstraction with realism. It has a beautiful portrait, as we know is hard to do, and it captures a wonderful feeling, and it should leave you with an emotion. I'm just curious as to what that emotion may be when you see it. The Best of Show piece goes to Candace Brancik for Rapt. Congratulations to all of them. Congratulations to all of you that are here tonight. Congratulations to all of you spouses and people that support those artists that are with us tonight. Without you guys, we couldn't do this. Thank you so much.
Okay, all of the winners, please sign your paperwork and turn in to Chris Swish. Wherever Chris is before the end of the evening. Raise your hand, Chris. There she is, she's over there. And of course, I would like to thank Amy Foster, our juror, for making our 23rd annual Fine Arts Exhibition such a success. Great job, Amy, thank you. And now This will conclude our 23rd Annual Fine Arts Exhibition. Please stay, enjoy our delicious food, drinks, tour our gallery, and enjoy the remainder of your evening with us. And congratulations to all the artists in our show. And don't forget to pick up a program upstairs in our gallery. Thank you.